Alrighty, we're back with some Pillars of Eternity. What was the next objective? North Wilderness and North Wilderness. Cool. Both in the same spot. Nice. Sad. Well, I know where that is now. Way the fuck up there. Hey, hold on. Heart Song. We need to go to Elms Reach. It's nice that I don't have to go there manually on this loading screen. Mind the paths, ask the more that give the compass, trust easily, but I don't. Cool. And as it's grown old, it no longer has her claim. Let's see. Warriors. What was it that I needed to do? God damn it. Oh, the place is called the Tier. Okay. Up there. Cool. Raid hunters. The ground or bushy eyebrows surround in a straight line. Never before has a man slipped past with so much ease a sign of the dark side. It has come to pass. We cannot have foreseen it. The element could not either.
Hail, Estremor.
And what does this tell us? You notice, Estremor excused us. We are not used to guiding here under the great tree. Tell me about the man you spoke of. Broke into the tower here in the Elms Reach. Nobody saw him come in. Not even the Delaman. He moved in silence like a stead glare in the shadows. Our hunters caught no scent until it was too late. But we heard stones cracked when we stepped inside. Dark omen, I say. Children of the giant elms, our people here have lived with the two sisters in peace hundreds of years ago. As friends, we call them our kin, our protection, their wisdom. Together we share a strong bond. Ghost.
You have stayed true to our cause, Inquisitor, when so many others have not. For every heretic we confess, for every betrayer that burns on our pyres, new sheep continue to flock to Iavara Exencios. But not you. I underestimated you in the beginning, but no longer. It is not for honor that I summoned you today, but for duty. Too many of our own have confessed upon the wheel and the rack and the flame. Too many of our faithful have had their minds poisoned by the Kratom witch. The tide is against us now. We have but one option. Iavara's following must see her exposed for what she is. She must confess her heresy before my court. Not in Kratom, surely. Their lord has embraced her heathen faith and protects her with his army. But in Oceanus, things would be different. The king of Oceanus is a sinful man. We have helped him to see the error of his ways, and now he fears for his soul. He would pay any price for absolution. You have already done much for the Inquisition. I wouldn't ask this were there any other choice.
Yo, bro. Guy over here is a master planner. Two identical women seem to fade into your view as they move away from the great trees that camouflages them. Their skin is tree bark, rigid and scaly, weathered in curling tangling of roots, buds, and blooms. Their hair hangs beneath the shade of serrated leaves, like the drooping branches of the elms above, and their pupils and their eyes are enriched by hundreds or even thousands of concentrated rings as if to mark the accumulated wisdoms of a millennia.
Turn around, flesh creature. Outsiders are not permitted to approach the elms.
Do you not feel it, sister? Something familiar. An ancient soul, like the other one. Another defiler, no doubt. Let us fell him and be troubled no more. It would pay the debt of his predecessor.
So it would seem, Rhiannon. But we must not hasten to judgment. I see a different motive here. Different questions in these eyes.
What of it, young trespasser? Is it as my sister says? Or are you here to stain this place with foul deeds?
I'm beginning hallucinating and double. I have more pressing concerns. Ouch.
There! By his own admission, Sheetha.
Really, sister? And you wonder why your leaves begin to fall out before midsummer. Clearly that man did not want to be followed. Whatever the relationship here, I suspect it is anything but cordial. The answer is yes, old one. We crossed paths with Theos not long ago, and we can tell you where he went. But I find it curious that anyone would seek him out. Suspicious, even. If we are to help you find him, we would know why.
I like him better now, Sheila.
Indeed. A kindred spirit, it seems. But that's what this is really about, isn't it? You are tied to him. I see it now. You are awakened. Your soul is awake and something once buried deep now wells to the surface. Past overwhelms present, closes in around you. Your time has nearly reached its end. I am sorry to tell you this, but Theos cannot give you what you seek. Nor can any man. An awakening cannot be undone, any more than your past can be undone.
This is permanent. Yes. Ha! I'm sorry. It's okay. Come down this road together to be refused passage by a pair of talking saplings. There must be some way.
The soul is formless without a past to shape it. Did you truly expect to be able to wipe it away? He is beyond forgiveness, for his deeds are beyond repair. Is that so? It would seem that way to me as well. But if that is true, then the two of you may be connected more closely than you realize. However, as much as my sister speaks truly that there is no way back from an awakening, there may yet be a way forward. Would you agree, Sheeva?
I would. Were the way not so likely to end in death.
Or perhaps you underestimate your foe, Old One. Where your soul is renewed in its ignorance in each span of your life, his only grows in cunning and resolve.
The man Theos you must already know by now. You are linked by a common past. Something about it lingers within you, festering, unresolved. What it is I cannot see any more than you. And without that knowledge, your doom is certain. But were you to learn the source of this discord, perhaps it could be put to rest. Though it is equally possible it will trouble you as much now as it did then, and merely speed your condition to its end. You might wait for it to come on its own, of course, but when it comes, it will replace your sanity's last breath. Such is the nature of your condition.
Or you could learn it from someone who already knows.
It is said the gods made his memory perfect, that he may never forget his charge. If he ever knew, he still does.
Not that he would tell you, of course.
You have followed the right person for the wrong reason, it seems. We see it often beneath the elms. The soul dragging mind and body to unknown places for unfathomable reasons. You may have wandered into Theos's path many times, in many lifetimes, without an awakening to show you why.
The only thing that's certain is you did not find what you sought.
He has gone down beneath the tower to a place older than we, where the people of Engwith once walked. He makes his way to the buried city, Sun and Shadow.
May he stay down there and rot with the remains of his people.
He may yet. He won't be returning the way he came, that much is certain. He opened a secret path in the tower's base, and saw it destroyed behind him through some vile means.
We know of one. On the burial isle, through the court of the penitents, Braeth Yaman. A shortcut, in fact.
Don't be cruel, sister. The way my sister speaks of is not for the faint of heart. A great pit at the center of a forgotten court, where faiths were judged in place of crimes. To most, it is simply a gateway to death. With the help of the gods, it can take you where you want to go. No more than a ruin now. It is older than we, a place for the trial of heretics. We were not here to witness it, but at one time there was a group that refused to acknowledge the gods. Neither the first nor the last, of course, but these were numerous and all put on trial for it. Those who did not repent were cast into the pit and imprisoned below. The fall killed them, of course. The prison was not for people, but for their souls, and their sentences were eternal. It is said that many of the condemned repented and were permitted by the gods to ascend from the pit, so long as they pledged their service to one of them. But these are old legends.
Oh, sister, if only we'd thought to trick Theos into jumping.
No trick, I'm afraid. Though without the proper preparations, the fall will certainly kill you. The pit is said to have been a means of judgment by the gods. Those cast into it are meant to die. It is that way you must pass to reach Sun and Shadow. The court is old. We do not know much for certain, but it would seem only the gods themselves can grant passage. Behind us is Ter Evron, said to pierce the shroud itself and a place of communion with all gods. If ever there was a time for prayer, you have found it.
How do I pray?
Not the only way. Just the only one that doesn't end with your body impaled on jagged rocks.
Any god you can, I should
I
think.
would pray first to those gods you like best. I hope for your sake the feeling is shared.
None.
Ter Evron is also called the Hall of Stars, and the stars show us the allegiances of the gods. When stars are in conjunction, we know the gods they represent are aligned as well. You should choose a place to pray where you'll be closest to those you want to hear you. If a god stands alone, you should pray to that god. If they band together, you should address them all. Choose your words wisely, for all gods expect proper homage, and none has patience for fools. What do you wish to know?
Soul has a will of its own. Its needs and whims are solemn understood. They follow them all the same.
There is something about this place that reaches beyond our understanding, something like a beacon. The elms have a way of uniting souls that have been seeking one another, with or without their owner's awareness. Sometimes it is for love, sometimes for vengeance, sometimes for peace. Often it is for no reason we will ever know. In your case.
Or vengeance.
There is little to be said about us, for we are bound here, caretakers and defenders of this place. Our journey has been over time, but not distance, measured in observations, but not experiences. We have seen the elms grow tall. We have seen cities built, burned, and built again. The only constant has been the tower, a silent companion through the ages. You can imagine why this recent destruction has stirred my sister so.
If you do nothing else, make that man pay for what he did here.
We will tell you what we can.
The same way that you are no doubt able to peer into the ether and experience the souls of others. It is something we are born with, some more, some less. A gift common to many creatures of the wilds. You share certain similarities with the man you pursue. For your sake, I pray they are few and of no consequence.
Before you go, tell me this, old one. I'm curious. If you were to subdue your enemy, what would you do with him? What would give you peace?
Yeah, he's a pretty bad dude.
All the same, think on this matter. Be assured in your course. In the end, it may mean all the difference, not just to his soul, but to yours. And
Yeah.
be warned.
1-for-1 trade.
Some questions have answers that can never be learned, and it is those that trouble the soul above all others. May you find an answer to yours.
Council of Stars. Court penalties. don't think I have a paladin I can send that I think would do a good enough job, so we'll just send you. Bloodstands, Golden Grove, Hallworks.
Did you hear that? About our awakenings being permanent?
Yeah, I did.
If those Delamgon are right, you and I are stuck with our awakenings. Not quite the news I was hoping for.
I'm right, Izumir.
Yes, focus on the goal. A sensible perspective, particularly in the midst of such uncertainty. And while I hate to turn the subject back to myself, this all has me thinking about Isilmir. I'm stuck with her now. I know.
And on the bright side, I've got plenty of time to figure out how to deal with her. That's true.
It's strange. I've lived with her most of my life, and I've always seen her as an adversary. It should have occurred to me the day she stood up to my father. But there's something about being too close to a situation to see it clearly. It will be a relief to stop fighting her.
His face twitched, skin over his eyes rolled back, exposing silver white beads glistening. That wasn't difficult. That wasn't as difficult as I expected. Bitch! Talk! Damn it! I'm not reading all this.
That's a charming way to think of things.
Oh,
And
but you
not
said
an
you had
unpleasant
big
one
line.
either. That reminds me of something else the Delamgon said. About the gods not being real. Yes, I suppose so. Still, I can't help but worry at the state we'd be in if that was somehow true. If there were no power guiding us in this life and shepherding us to the next. I hope you're right.
Nice.
Many blessings, traveler.
Enough holds a chipped wooden pipe. Sweet smoke wafting from the bowl makes you dizzy. Welcome, Estimore. I've got herbs and potions for sale. Looking for something to ease your travels, or something that makes them more interesting. She grins. You see your teeth and gums are stained brown. Ugh. White leaf, nice way to spend an afternoon, the following night, and most of the next day. Flask of war paint. Why the fuck is it so expensive? That's why it's so expensive. It's a bit too expensive, I think. Let's break brain. I'll do 2 of these. Not sure if I'll need it or not. Enough with Palisade green eyes, nods and greeting. Welcome to the Golden Goal.
Estromore?
Grove, English, Jesus. You seek the wisdom of a herbalist, or something to bask in the wind. Werethos Iovia Verona leads us. Journeys to Elm Shore to renew her strength. However, she's there now with some of her closest followers. In fact, by the elm among us she lived for generations, there are none who understand the world as well as she, and we are fortunate to have her wisdom. Why, you must meet her for yourself. She's wise and kind, and she's led our order from the beginning, as she walks among us and gives freely of herself. About her, she's persistent among us even in the way the gods never are. But do you believe that knowledge is found in earnest exploration of the natural world? We do not, as some have said, oppose the gods. We simply believe that they have found a brighter, more peaceful path than devotion. We are the Oviates, druids, philosophers, students of nature. Druids. Travelers come to us for Pluterus and remedies, understands the cures and potions, and they do them. Neat. I forgot that druids exist in this game. Oh. Hello, Rocco.
Oh, hi.
Hi. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. How are you?
I'm alright. I'm streaming right now. I'm playing.
Oh, cool.
I'm playing a micromanagement game that I suck at because micromanagement is
Micromanage?
hard.
Micromanage.
Oh shit, Alex is here too. What the fuck?
Bro, I just woke up 2 minutes ago. I just saw
Don't you
everybody
work
on.
today?
Yeah, I can't play for a little bit. I'm trapped.
No, I just expect you to join. Oh, that's right. You're 3 hours behind. You have an hour, right?
Yeah, I have like an hour and 30 minutes.
What are we playing?
I'll play Pokemon Unite.
Alright, let me save and end this stream.
Oh, wait, you're streaming?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you didn't say the N-word.
I don't fucking
Not too late.
care.
It's not too late.